Korea in the recent timeline, particularly a pop culture or their promotion from other big channels have given a global people fascinated with the exciting and variety of culture. Talking about K-pop, food and variety shows, of course in football, Korea considered a relatively second tier but respectable nation given Korean national team managed to enter the semi-final of 2002 World Cup they and Japan co-hosted. In addition, Korea had provided some of the well-known footballers like Park Ji-sung, Kim Min-jae, Hwang Hee-chan, but no Korean footballers is well known than Son Heung-min or Sonny. Son, viewed to be the national pride for Korea under his massive success and contribution in football, obtained countless personal awards and the driving force to elevate the popularity of Tottenham Hotspur as a club within Korea. Going even further, under Sonny's captaincy, he broke the Spurs curse by winning the Europa League title, beating Man Utd, making him certified legend of the club. However, in spite of his contribution to the club, recent announcement under the saddened news, Spurs wanted Sonny to leave Spurs on a high note, the heavy rumours going to the States. So in this video, we'll have a look on Sonny's journey when he stepped foot on Europe and how he became the world-class player we know today. In case you didn't know, what is up ladies and gentlemen, I'm Marvin, codename CM. Welcome to the Man Utd channel once again. If you, in any shape or form, stumble into this channel and somehow some way like this kind of content, don't please like, share and subscribe to this channel as each of your precious subscription will be massive motivation for me to upload new content. And don't forget to ring your notification bell for every new upload. With that said, let's get straight into the video. As a typical South Korea, Sonny born and raised in Korea's
Southside,
and it was to have a heavy football background as his father Song Woon-jong is a retired footballer turned manager who once played for the South Korean national B team. Sonny's father can be said a significant figure in the South Korean captain's life as he emphasized heavy focus on his son to put 100% commitment on improving the footballing skills, and at the same time retain a humble nature. Coming through the FC Seoul Academy, Son long been determined to succeed in Europe, go so much as further to trying to learn German through watching SpongeBob SquarePants. When in August 2008, Son dropped out of Dongbok High School Football Club, former FC Seoul Under-18 team, and joined Hamburger SB Youth Academy at the age of 16 through the Korean FA Youth Project. It was impressive in the 2010-2011 preseason, leading the team with 9 goals and was signed his first professional contract on his 18th birthday. When after scoring against Chelsea in August, he was out of 2 months due to the foot injury, but he returned on the 30th October 2010 to score his first league goal against FC Cologne in the 24th minute, when the goal made Son the youngest Hamburg player to score a goal in the Bundesliga at 18-year-old, breaking the record held by Manfred Faust. And by the way, this photo recently got a viral reaction as Ruud van Nistelrooy and Sonny was in the same team felt like a time travel or a time frame that should not be exist. While with Hamburg, Sonny has already shown a huge potential as a footballer, especially in the goal scoring department. But in the 2012-13 season, he obtained 12 goals and in 34 appearances, and in his 12 goals becomes the few South Korean players to achieve double digit in goals in Europe. His impressive goal scoring numbers eventually led him to sign with Bayer Leverkusen for a reported €10 million, which was the highest transfer fee in the club's history at that time. Moving to Bayer Leverkusen, Sonny adjusted quickly to his new club in the preseason, scoring 3 goals in his first 3 appearances for the team in the exhibition matches, but Sonny go on to score a total 29 goals and 11 assists under 87 appearances, including 2 different occasions where he scored a hat-trick. In his impressive tenure with Leverkusen, on August 28, 2015, with a recruitment by Paul Mitchell, Son joined the Premier League club of Tottenham Hotspur for £22 million on a 5-year contract, subject to be work permit and an international clearance. Upon his signing, he became the most expensive Asian player in football history. The record has been held since 2001 by the Japanese Hidetose Nakata, who transferred from Roma to Parma for €25 million. In Son's first season, he did not have an amazing contribution number as he only had a single digit in both goals and assists due to the fact he did not attain the trust by manager at the time, Coach Poch. Well, however, during the season, Spurs were on a horse race to the Premier League title along with Leicester City. But on the 2nd of May, he scored the second goal against Chelsea in a crucial match to give Spurs the hope of winning the Premier League. But Chelsea eventually equalized in the second half thanks to one of the best goals by Eden Hazard, handing over the title to Leicester City. But before the season, he reported asked Spurs manager Mauricio Pochettino for permission to leave Spurs in an attempt to get more playing time, but instead was given a chance to fight for his place at Spurs, as Son made the right decision. Son started to have a change of fortune in the Spurs tenure, showcased his clinical goal-scoring ability, tireless running, going from a one single-digit goals in the first season to the 20-plus goal in the next. Head Poch commented Son was a different person in the season, illustrating his new determination. Speaking about Poch, Son was also very fortunate enough to involve himself at the Spurs' golden period where the team was packed with amazing talents. Some of them was even key players for their respective national team. For example, Kyle Walker, Kieran Trippier, Hugo Lloris, but the best of all, Harry Kane and Dele Alli, both Englishmen along with Son, form one of the more energetic and fierce attacking trio as the first trio of Spurs players with over 20 goals on the season. Even Alli, whom later part on the Spurs tenure started to decline, him and Kane form a deadly duo terrorized defense through their amazing understanding and chemistry. In spite of that, Poch and Spurs do not have much silverware success. They still managed to enter the Champions League final in the 18-19 season, edge out some of the top teams like Man City, where Son single-handedly helped Spurs won the mighty Man City, scored a total 3 goals in both leagues, helped the club reach the semi-finals of the competition for the first time since 1962 and only the second time ever, before eventually losing out to Liverpool in the final. But after the loss, Poch left Spurs in come Jose Mourinho. Under Poch, the Portuguese manager, Sonny maintained his fine form, having double-digit in goals and assists. Furthermore, in that season, Sonny delivered one of the most memorable moments against Burnley as Son ran from one end to the other end of the pitch, going past 7 Burnley players to score an individual goal that was immediately labelled the goal of the season contender. The nature of the goal saw Mourinho dubbed him Sonado Nazario in the reference to the type of goal former Brazilian international Ronaldo would score. This goal not just awarded as a Premier League goal of the month, it eventually was the Puskas Award goal. Son within the do not enjoy much silverware success, but he did earn some of the most recognized or prestigious individual awards, including the 2020-21 PFA Premier League Team of the Year, and the most exciting one being the first Asian to win the Golden Boot Award in the 21-22 season along with Mo Salah. In a more dramatic fashion, Son sealed the Golden Boot Award by scoring his signature curler from outside of the penalty box. Despite that, Son and Spurs did not see a lot of trophy success, and at the time is running out for the South Korean even with multiple changes of managers. Rubbish salt in the wound. In the 10th of August 2023, Spurs all-time goal scorer and Son partner in crime, Harry Kane left Spurs for Bayern, and captain Hugo Lloris also left the next season, having Son donning the captain's armband. But with the new coach and Postecoglou, Spurs and Son have an ups and downs with the team, but in 24-25 season was where every possession for Spurs finally have a change. Spurs long been clowned for their lack of silverware success since the 2008 and almost 2 decades without them, even though Spurs now consider a Big Six and have the best stadium in the world. But in the 24-25 season, having easily the worst Premier League standing finished at 17th place due to inconsistent performance by the team, Spurs managed to enter the Europa League final against Man Utd, whom will also look to snatch the title to overcome their dysfunctional season. When ended March, thanks to the goal by Brendan Johnson and the mistake by Onana, Spurs managed to win the Europa League title, further certified Son as a legend for the club. And on the 1st August 2025, in the pre-season press conference in Seoul, Son announced that he was set to depart Tottenham before the beginning of the season. He was going to join his former teammate Hugo Lloris in the Los Angeles FC. Speaking the journey of Son was nothing short of inspiring. Coming to Europe, barely know any foreign language other than Korean, Son had to overcome big hurdles, and at the same time his East Asian nationality, whereby a very rare mean any Asian able to succeed in Europe football, made this even more impressive. While on the pitch, Son displayed a high-level attacker, usually played as a winger, especially on the left, that was allowed him to cut into a stronger right foot. But Son was far from being one-footed, being famous or infamous for the opponent. Son was extremely two-footed, capable to shoot from range on either from both foot. As Son in his 127 Premier League goals has secured 49 left-footed goals and almost 40% ratio. And this is next level. Besides, Son also showcased his willingness to track back as an attacker and an off-ball runner. His raw pace allowed him to be a threat as a runner, combining with Kane link-up play made him a dangerous duo. And off the pitch, Son was known being a humble, polite and gentle character, well liked by many other fans and even footballers. In the 2019, Son donated around £100 million to the victims of the Gyeongsang fire, which left vast devastation in the Gyeongsang County. In his native South Korea, in 2020, Son donated £65,000 in aid to combat the COVID-19 pandemic in South Korea. Son also further opened a Son Football Academy in his hometown with his father and his brother at a cost of £11 million, mostly from his money. With his success in the most watched sport, a likable personality, and an icon, Son had been the national pride for South Korean, with the rivals How David Beckham to English status. And aside from that, Son's success on and off the pitch helped Spurs and football in general popularized in South Korea, cemented him as a Premier League legend in my books. That's the end of the video. What do you guys think? What's the take of Heung as a character and as a footballer as well? Do you think he is worthy as a Premier League legend or more than worthy? And comment down below so that I can have a discussion. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you all in the next one.